What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to break down the law of positioning and how we've used it to help some of our coaches scale their businesses to 20, 30, and even 40K a month completely organically. Now, some of these principles come from me personally investing over $200,000 of my own money into coaches, courses, and mentors. If you've been in the coaching industry for any period of time, you would have heard about this term positioning thrown around a lot. And most of the time, it's very vague, right? I'm going to just name drop a bunch of coaches who are good in their own right, but they have so much like ambiguity and mystery around some of these terms, and they use all the buzzwords to drive curiosity, right? Some of these coaches are Nick Setting, Sue, some of these other big guys. They always talk about these principles and positioning, and this is how we did all this money. They never explain what the fuck that actually means. Right? I'm just going to give it to you straight. This is what positioning actually means, and I'm going to show you step by step how you can, one, understand this principle, and two, apply it to yourself so that you can position yourself in a market of one. Position yourself in an arena where you can dominate, not where you're one of a million, but where you're one of one. That's what this is all about. Okay, so My whole thesis on teaching, on coaching myself, is to demystify all of the hyped up bullshit, right? I'm just going to give it to you straight. It doesn't make sense to shroud these important principles underneath massive layers of complex language just to drive curiosity. This is what it is, plain and simple, okay? The law of positioning is essentially having something that other people don't have or doing something that other people don't do. Now, there's two really important parts here. The first is either the having something or doing something, but the second part is choosing your arena. When we say that other people don't have or that other people don't do, that is relative to the arena that you choose to compete in. This is such an important part of the law of positioning. This is going to be the second portion of what we cover. But the first portion is you selecting, what do you showcase? Do you have something that other people don't have? Or do you do something that other people don't do? Some examples of this is, do you make more money than other people? Or do you make money quicker than what other people make? Do you make money easier than what other people make? Do you make money more efficiently? For example, if you are an ads coach, for instance, do you have a higher ROAS than what everyone else reports? Maybe other people get bigger and better results. Sure, maybe they say, yeah, you know what, our coaches are making 500K a month, or, you know, our agencies that we help are making 500K a month, but their ROAS is 1.5 or 2. But you're saying, hey, we have a 6 to 10 ROAS average across all of our clients. Whoa, okay, you clearly have something that other people don't have, that they don't know about. While another competitor of yours might beat you on the amount of money that they make or that their clients make, you beat them on efficiency. You need to know what angle you have. Another one could be just having better results for your clients. Now, this is kind of a culmination of better, right? You can pick any one of these and you can say, not just for myself, but for my clients, we have better results. Fantastic, right? If you're a fitness coach, for instance, and it's not in the make money online industry, cool. But if you're a fitness coach, you could say you are able to help people pack on more muscle or lose more weight. Or you could say we help people lose weight quicker. Our timeline for losing X amount of pounds is 4 to 6 weeks, whereas other coaches are going to tell you it's going to take 4 to 6 months. Cool, that's your angle. You could also say that you make weight loss easier than any other coach. That's a fantastic angle. Everybody loves things easy. You could say we make it more efficient. That with only 30 minutes of exercise per day and a pretty respectable moderate deficit in your diet, you can make weight loss more efficient, more enjoyable. Fantastic. You could just be the guy that has the most amount of case studies before and after. Your clients have the most insane transformation. Cool. Whatever your angle is, pick one or two or three, the more the merrier, right? But you need to, one, have something that other people don't have, either for yourself or for your clients. That's the first step. right? These cover like 80% of the different angles, right? 80-20 that shit. Don't overcomplicate it. Pick one or pick two, whatever. Right? The next one, if you're either, fitness coach or a make money online coach or a sales coach, whatever the fuck, but having more material possessions, right? It could be material possessions. It could be your physique. I could say just having more physical possessions. If you're a fitness coach, you have six-pack abs. You have bigger biceps than most people. Whoa, cool. If you make more money and that's what you purport, maybe you show off the watches or the cars, whatever. Maybe that's your angle, but you need to have an angle. You can't just rock up to the market without an angle, with nothing to show for. Now, the cool thing is, depending on the arena you choose, you don't really have to have much. For a big arena, we're going to get into this later, but for a big arena, in order to be the top dog, you need to have it all, right? Look at Iman Ghazi, those kind of guys. They have it all. So they're appealing to a mass market. That's why they are household names. You might not have 10 Lamborghinis and the watches and shit. You don't need to. You can pick your arena wisely and still be positioned as the go-to guy. We're going to get into that in a second. The second part of this is doing something that other people don't do. So, in order for you to learn a certain principle or get a certain result, have you spent more time than others? Again, if you're a fitness coach, have you just spent more time training? Do you just have more years of experience under your belt, right? Do you spend more money than other people? Right? Again, if you're the ads guy, can you get onto your content on your ads and in the hook you say, yeah, I've spent $10 million. Who else can say that? Maybe it's not 10 million. Maybe it's to say, for the size of your arena, for you to go out and say, yeah, I spend 5K a month on ads. Whoa, that's pretty impressive. Maybe your market is to people that aren't even making 5K a month yet, or they're just making 5K, and you're getting on saying that you spend 5K a month. Whoa. I should probably listen to this guy. He's probably got some authority. We're jumping ahead a little bit, right? Do you spend more money on certain things? Again, if you're a fitness coach, have you spent more money on your supplements, on XYZ, trying and erring, all this kind of shit, whatever. If you're a sales coach, it could be simply that you've spent more money on mentors, right? For me, look at how I led in. One of the things that I said was I've spent $200,000 on coaches, courses, mentors. Who else can say that? That gives me a natural degree of authority, okay? Here, doing more volume. I in the past, used to say that, yep, across all my clients, we've sent over 200, so we know a thing or two. That gives me a degree of authority. Who else can say that? Not very many. We want to be in a market of one here. For content, have you just made more posts? If you're a content coach, right? Have you just made more content? Who else can say they've done 1,000 posts? What have you learned in 1,000 posts? But it might not just be that you've done 1,000 posts. It's that 1,000 posts have equaled maybe 100,000 followers. You've just got a bigger audience than other people as well. You've got something other people don't have. And you've done more work than other people. That's a natural degree of authority, right? Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? In general, what is your resume? What do you have as far as experience and results that other people just don't have? Now you need to go through this list and pick the things that are uniquely you. What can you actually confidently say? Now for me, again, look at how I led in. My results was to say we've scaled coaches 20, 30, 40K a month organically, right? Now, other people have better client results, yes, but we did ours organically. We do ours extremely efficiently, right? We're actually switching up our offer, and you'll see exactly what that looks like a little bit later. But efficiency is the foundation of our DNA in our program. One of the new funnels that we built out now is performing 20 times better, getting 20 times more leads than anything else we've done without any Instagram restrictions, without having to hire a full DM setting team, completely self-led, infinitely scalable. So I'm really going on the angle of efficiency, right? That's one of my big levers that I'm pulling, okay? But I know other people have bigger client case studies than me, and sure, that's fine. But there's a good market of people that want to do it efficiently. They don't want to have to spend a fortune in order to get bigger results. And I understand that. That's why, that's the angle that I'm in. That's the lane that I own. Okay. So you need to, number one, go through and select all the things that either you have that other people don't, or that you've done that other people don't do. But these need to be things that your arena actually cares about. It can't just be a bunch of random shit put together. It needs to be stuff that your arena actually cares about. And when you select the right combination of things here, you need to own it. In all of your hooks, you need to own it. Because without it, you've got no authority. Like, with the content you make or the ads you produce, whatever, you are pushing that out to a fucking massive pool of people that are also making content. So why should people listen to you, right? Having authority or being an aspirational figure answers the question, why should I listen to you? When someone's scrolling on their feed or watching YouTube content or looking through and an ad pops up, the first thing they're asking is, why should I even give a fuck? Why should I listen to you? Who are you? I don't know who you are. Who are you? Owning these angles, being so forward with it, gives you the necessary authority for people to listen. I've spent so much money on coaches, on mentorships, courses, all this kind of shit. And a lot of the time, these guys try and make you believe that with just the right hook and with just the right tonality or enough research, you'll go viral, you'll cut through. It's all smoke and mirrors, man. Truly, if you really just understand human nature and you stop trying to overcomplicate it, people only care if you're rich or you're beautiful or you've done things that they haven't done or X, Y, Z. If you just have cool shit to talk about and you've accomplished a certain degree of stuff, then people will listen. It's kind of like, it's almost like the black pill of the coaching space is what I'm trying to communicate here. All these coaches are trying to say, like, yeah, you know what, if you just have the perfect hook, the perfect everything, then you can win. And yeah, sure, but why spend all of your time trying to do that when you've got great results, but you're just not being forward with it, right? You're trying to compete in a huge arena of other people that have a huge content team. They understand their hook so well, they're going viral. You're trying to copy what they're copying. It's not going to work because you haven't got the results they have. You're not a household name like they are. So stop trying to do that stuff. You're having such a high degree of pressure and expectation on yourself when you're just not here yet. And that's cool. You're trying to compete with Drake, so to speak. But you don't need to be the Drake. You just need to be the Drake of your arena. So whatever you've got, use it to your advantage. Go all in. Create that authority. Position yourself as the aspirational figure for your arena. This is huge. No one really gets this, right? And again, all these fucking coaches, they're great. Don't get me wrong. They're brilliant in their own right. Again, I'm not going to knock people like Nick Setting. Fantastic. But the thing that always really frustrated me listening to the content is it's just a word salad of buzzwords. And you don't really fucking know what it means. And that's their angle, right? It's the ambiguity. It's that gap that you don't know, right? But I don't like that shit. I'm telling you how it is, straight up. If you understand this, you've got the first half of the equation when it comes to positioning. You either have stuff that other people don't have, or you do stuff that other people don't do, or both. And this makes you an authority. Cool. So the first action task, you can pause this video here, or do this action task at the end of the video, but design your character attributes. You want to be an authority character that's aspirational, that answers the question in cold viewers' minds, why should I listen to you? Why should I listen to this guy? I'm just going to scroll to someone else, right? Design your character attributes. That's the first part. But now that you've figured out what you have or what you do, cool. Now we need to answer the question of who cares about this? Who is this impressive to? Again, I'll give you an example now. We're going to go over here. Let's say the biggest arena is Arena 3. That's your Iman Gadzis, right? Your TJR, your Brez, for example. These are the biggest people of the coaching course selling space. They've got millions. If I go and try and compete in that market and I bring out some cameraman to film me and do all this kind of shit, but I don't have the Cullinan and I don't have the Lamborghini and I don't have the watches, and I'm trying to tell people, yeah, my clients are making 40K a month. They're like, I don't give a fuck. What? One of these guys making 100 M's. I'm never going to win in that market yet. I'm never going to win right now. Because what I have versus what they have, I'm just one of a million. I'm one in a million. Who cares? Why would that market give me any attention? Why would they pay me their attention when they can pay Iman or Brez or whoever? Right? Doesn't make sense. But if I understand that the results that I have, right, 20, 30, 40K a month, super efficiently, not burning your cash on ads unnecessarily, super efficiently, and that's the arena I want to play in, that these results are really quite desirable for a very particular market, a smaller market of people who are like, yeah, whoa, I would love to make 20, 30, 40K efficiently without having to fucking blow my bag on ads. There's a good amount of people that are going to care about that. They're like, whoa, hang on now. This guy's onto something. I'm going to listen to what this guy, me, Corbin, I'm going to listen to what this guy has to say. Sure, it might not be millions, like Iman or Arena 3 level, but how he gets the results that I want to get is efficiently. That's something I want. Now, the content that I make, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, whatever, my metrics for success are no longer, oh man, it didn't go viral. These guys are playing for a different set of goals. They want brand awareness, number one. Here, I want money. So do you. We want money, right? My metrics for success now are how many people booked a call, how many people commented on this video, how many people liked my video, right? More so for YouTube. For my ads, what are my cost per clicks? How many people did I get into my AI assessment funnel? How many people did we end up booking a qualified call with? Those are my metrics for success because that's what matters in this arena. Same deal for you. If you're not the biggest fitness influencer, don't try and compete on that, right? If you're not the biggest agency or you're not the biggest sales trainer or whatever, don't try and compete on that. Pick your arena wisely until you have the kind of results that can deem you worthy of entering into Arena 2. When you have big enough results here that are now impressive to a bigger market, that is how you scale up the ladder. But you cannot take some big leap up to here and try and impress people. So don't try and compete in an Arena 3 when you only have Arena 1 results. I know the results that I have for myself and for my clients, cool. But I know that my game plan here in Arena 1 is, with this new offer that I'm releasing, everything about AI assessment funnels, which is performing 20 times better in terms of lead flow than anything we've had. I know my numbers here. I need 12 people to pay me 6K for this brand new program, and I'll cash collect 100,000 Australian dollars. Now, all of a sudden, in all of my hooks, instead of me saying, oh yeah, I've done 20, 30, 40K for clients, for I'm going to say, yeah, I scaled a brand new offer from 0 to 100K a month in XYZ timeframe. And I did that with an AI assessment funnel, with ads that will run super profitably, and I can do the same for you. Now, all of a sudden, how many more people are going to be impressed with those numbers? Whoa, yeah, I want to get to 100K a month. I want to be able to do it quickly. I want to do it efficiently without burning my fucking bank account on ads. Yeah, cool. Now all of a sudden I can play in Arena 2 and win. Because how many other people can say that? Not many. The book 0 to 1 is all about monopoly. Play in the arena that you can dominate. We're not here to be one of a million, a dime a dozen. No, we're here to be number one. So how do you do this, right? I've figured this out for myself, but how do you do this? Figure out what kind of people actually care about the results that you have. What kind of people would be impressed? What level are they at? And then how can you position yourself as the aspirational figure? Let's take the fitness industry, for example, okay? Again, instead of you saying, oh, I'm going to teach you how to lose weight. Huge market. How can we break that down into different specialties? Right? This is how we help one of our clients get to 40K. Just with this. It's like chunking it down. Lose weight, massive market. But what's a slice of that pie? Okay. Well, who can we help lose weight? We can say, all right, postpartum mothers. Cool. So it's mums that just gave birth. The kind of results that they want are not six-pack abs. It's not bikini model. No, They just want to lose the pooch. They want to drop the baby fat. Cool. So what kind of person do you need to be? What results do you need to have in order to be impressive to these people that just want this result? Well, the good news is, if that's the case, you don't need to be some six-pack model, some bikini model. You just need to be a regular mom, right? Who looks amazing for a mom of 3 or a mom of 1. And what does amazing mean to that arena? It's relative, right? You just don't need to be fat. Not that mums are fat, okay? But that's my point. You, if you have these results, can be so impressive to that arena. If you look on Instagram and you see the amount of traction that these kind of weight loss coaches have for mums, it's insane. They have a cult following. Why? Because if you are playing in this arena, you can talk shit about the other coaches that have the expectation that you need to have six-pack or a bikini, bod, or you're a failure. It builds cult-like affinity. It's like, wow, this person is my hero. They're not making me feel bad because I don't have a six-pack, but they're going to show me how to lose a pooch, lose a baby fat. Wow, this person is my hero. Look what I did. I was like, man, all these coaches that are shrouding in mystery all these important principles, it's bullshit. It's ridiculous. I'm building affinity every time I talk shit. I am the champion for my arena. Think about it. This analogy runs so deep. I'm the champion for my arena. The kind of people that want to scale, but all the advice is shrouded in mystery. I'm talking shit about that. I'm like, man, fuck all that. I'm just going to give it to you straight. Cool. But now, how do you graduate from this arena? One, you could just choose to dominate this arena, be huge. You'll still make millions of dollars. But if you want to say, no, you know what? I want access to an even larger amount of people. Okay. How can we get there? If we can help enough mums lose weight, and we've just got an insane amount of before and afters, well, now we get to play in a totally different field. Because what was one of the metrics here? Having better results for our clients, having more results for our clients. So here we could only play it kind of small and say, yeah, we help mums lose the pooch, lose the baby fat, cool. And there's going to be a good degree of mums that are interested in that. But after we get enough results, now we get to say, we've helped 1,000 mums lose weight. Whoa. And we've just got a metric ton of before and afters. Well, now we're way more appealing. Why are we more appealing? Because we have more authority. Previously, the only 2 feet we could stand on was, yeah, I was a mom, I lost the pooch, I lost the baby fat. Cool, well, I want this. But your biggest claim to fame might just be yourself, or maybe a dozen client results. But if we keep doing this and we keep dominating our market, then we get to graduate to an even bigger market with more money. We make more money. Now we can say, hey, it's not just me. I've helped 1,000 moms. Whoa, fuck. Well, that's crazy. How do we get to Arena 3? The biggest market. Well, let's see where we started. We started at weight loss. We said, man, weight loss, that market is just too huge. And at the time, with our current arena score, yeah, it was probably too big. But let's look at our graduation. Arena 1, we eventually collected, let me just make it easy. Let's say 100 mums that lost weight. Then in Arena 2, we got way more people. It's like, wow, 100 mums? That's amazing. Now from Arena 2, now we collect 1,000 transformations. But now we don't just need to say mums anymore, do we? We don't need to intentionally niche down. We can say, hey, we've helped 1,000 women lose weight. Whoa, how many other coaches can say, I've helped 1,000 women lose weight, and I've got 1,000 before and afters to prove it? Not many. In that market, you can dominate. That's how you ascend. That's how you get up the arena ladder. You first, and you always you need to position yourself as the figurehead, the icon, the aspirational figure for your arena. When you get that respect and affinity, then you start to get results. And these results become even more appealing to a bigger market, a bigger arena of people. Once again, how did we graduate? We first said, hey, I was a mum, hopefully you still are. I am a mum who lost my pooch and baby fat. I did it easily. I didn't have pressure on myself to be a bikini model. Fuck those coaches. Yeah, cool. We got so many people to us. We got 100 mums that we got a great result. We took that 100 mum case study and now we got an even bigger market of people. They cared about us because we had more authority. Wow, 100 mums. Wow, who is this person? I need to learn from this person. Now we're in Arena 2. And we do this so much and so well because we have way more eyes and respect on us that we got 1,000 case studies. We took that 1,000 case studies and now we said, I've helped 1,000 women lose weight. There are way more women than there are mums. Duh, right? And now all of a sudden, you're the go-to person. You've got a huge list of results. If we now go down the line, by the time you're ready for Arena 3, let's look at what you have, right? Again, in the weight loss example here, right? You've, by then, helped your clients lose more weight than any other coach, probably quicker than any other coach, right? You've made it easier than any other coach. All in all, your plans are probably more efficient than any other coach. You have better and more results than most coaches. Great, huge, like you've won. And that is what positioning is about. You first need to start off collecting enough attributes that your small Arena 1 will think is impressive. Wow, okay, this guy's really got this going on. I really like these results. I like how he gets these results. Cool. Then know your number. What kind of number, based on your industry, what number allows you to graduate? For me, I know it's 100K. Saying 6 figures in a month, it's pretty impressive, right? Very few people can say it. But right now, my business coaching market is dominated by everyone and their dog doing 100K a month. I need to be able to stand out somehow. But that gets me in the door. I can't compete with those guys yet. I haven't done 100K in a month yet. But I know my numbers. I know I need 12 people to say yes to me at 6K USD for us to build out this entire AI assessment quiz. Why do they want that? Because it gets way more leads than anything they're doing right now. It protects them against Instagram restrictions, which is what every coach is facing right now. They do it so efficiently, so cheaply. It's the perfect package. That is going to be impressive to just 12 people. 12 people are going to care, right? And the price for that is so affordable, 6K, right? That's all I need to get to 100K. Once I have that, I graduate to Arena 2. And now all of a sudden, my content is fucking popping off because in my hooks, I only need to say one thing. I scaled my business to 6 figures in a single month from zero in a short amount of time using an AI assessment funnel very efficiently, very cheaply on ads, and I can help you do it as well. Whoa, fuck. Now all of a sudden, my hooks just perform better. All of a sudden, my social media is popping off more. The battle that I was facing this whole time is now a cakewalk. I think because up until now, right, a bit of a personal note, I've worked with all these like personal branding coaches and it could never work for me. Why? Because I was trying to play in a way bigger arena. They just did not care. They didn't respect me. Why? Understandably. I didn't have the results yet. Cool. But when I do 100K, now they're going to care. All of a sudden, my brand will pop off way easier. It's the same thing with dating, right? You could be like a 3 out of 10 kind of guy, right? This is you. And you want the 10 out of 10 bad bitch, right? You can try and you can do all the dating courses and all this kind of stuff and you can desperately try and get her. And maybe with an insane amount of volume, maybe you get, you do 1,000 cold approaches. Maybe, yeah, you'll get her. Maybe you have to pander and beg and plead and eventually you get it. Dude, why would you want to do that? Why put so much effort into trying to get with the 10 when that's not the path? Instead, if you just level up yourself, you go to the gym, you get your money up, you get your fashion up, you get your confidence up, and now you're a 7 out of 10 guy, well, it's going to be way easier to get with the 10s. You'll probably have to do a fraction of the volume. Maybe 20 cold approaches to a 10 out of 10 chick. One of them is going to say yes. So would you rather do 1,000 and it wears down your confidence? And this could be anything. 1,000 content, 1,000 cold approaches, 1,000 whatever. Right? Would you rather do 1,000 and it wears down your confidence and you never even get close because you give up? Or just spend the time being strategic, choose your angle, choose your arena, dominate each section with ease, and before you know it, you're the 10 out of 10. And now the 9s and the 10s, they want you. Isn't that what you want? Wouldn't you rather have ease in your business? Isn't that what you want? Why would you want to pander and beg and plead? Don't you want to dominate? But all these coaches are telling you that you need to dominate this arena, you need to go viral, or you need to make this kind of money. Take the pressure off of yourself. Pick a different arena. We did this for our client Pat, right? In the get jacked, lose weight niche, Pat wouldn't stand a chance. Why? He's not your typical bodybuilder. If you just compare your typical gym bro to Pat, well, he's quite skinny, he's quite small, right? But we niched down. We chose his arena correctly. It was, hey, you can lose weight, be athletic, get the energy back, the vibrancy in your life. You can build muscle and great strength with calisthenics in your 30s, in your 40s, right? And now all of a sudden, Pat, to those people, he's the icon. I want to know what Pat knows. And why do you think 170,000 people followed him? There are big gym bros with far less followers than that, but he dominated that market. He's the go-to guy for that, right? That's why he crushed it. 40K in a single month, cash collected. Not revenue, cash in the door, in the bank, right? Choose your market, you'll dominate, right? Now, if you want to see a bit more about how we not only helped Pat choose his market, but the entire funnel, I've got a full breakdown, step by step, showing the process that we did. I'm going to leave that linked here. Go ahead and check that out. I hope this really helped you guys demystify this whole positioning thing, whatever. It is way simpler than what these fucking coaches make it out to be. So I hope this helped. And if it did, give me a comment, subscribe, and yeah, go check out that other video about Pat, how we helped him get to 40K. And yeah, hoping to see you guys soon. See you in the next one.